Picture two apartments. Same city, same neighborhood, similar rent. The first apartment belongs to someone earning 12 lakhs a year. Walk inside and you'll find a brand new 65-inch TV mounted on the wall, a sofa set that costs 60,000 rupees, a kitchen full of appliances still sitting in their original boxes, a wardrobe packed with clothes bought during sales with tags still attached, and a spare room used purely as storage for things nobody has touched in years. This person opens their bank account and feels a knot in their stomach. They are 3 missed salaries away from a complete crisis. The second apartment belongs to someone earning 6 lakhs a year. Walk inside and you'll notice something different immediately. Space. A simple, comfortable setup. A kitchen with only what actually gets used. A wardrobe with clothes that are actually worn. This person opens their bank account with complete calm and confidence. They have 12 months of expenses saved. They invest every single month without fail. Same city, same neighborhood. The person earning half as much has 10 times the financial security. This is not a story about income. This is a story about the hidden relationship between what you own and what you keep. And most Indians are never taught this. Hey everyone, welcome back to Finance with Shivani. Today, we are talking about the minimalist money rules that financially stable people quietly follow, regardless of their income. These are not about deprivation or living uncomfortably. They are about understanding that every object you own has ongoing costs you have probably never calculated. Let's get into it. Before the rules, let's talk about where we actually stand as a country. India's household savings are at a 47-year low, just 5.3% of GDP. At the same time, 33 to 45% of salaried Indians' income goes entirely into EMI repayments every single month. We are borrowing for phones, for furniture, for vacations, and even for food delivery, and calling it a lifestyle upgrade. We stopped asking, "Can I afford this?" and started asking, "Can I afford the EMI?" Those are not the same question, and that difference is quietly costing us everything. Rule 1. Everything you own costs you twice. Here is a concept that will permanently change how you see every single purchase you make. Everything you own costs you twice. The first cost is obvious. It is the price on the receipt. The second cost is what most people completely ignore, and it is often larger than the first. Take a treadmill as an example. You paid 30,000 rupees. Done, right? Wrong. That treadmill takes up floor space in your apartment, and space in an Indian city costs real money, roughly 500 to 1,000 rupees per square foot annually. Then there is the maintenance, the mental energy spent cleaning around it, organizing it, and occasionally feeling guilty about it. And then comes the biggest second cost of all, opportunity cost. That 30,000 rupees invested in a SIP at 12% returns over 15 years becomes over 1.5 lakhs. You did not just buy a treadmill, you bought a treadmill instead of future financial freedom. Minimalists calculate the full cost, not just the sticker price. And that calculation alone destroys most impulse purchases immediately. Rule 2. Apply the replacement test to everything you own. Walk through your home and ask yourself one honest question about each item you see. If this disappeared today, would I spend money to replace it? Be brutally honest. Would you actually go buy another sandwich maker? Another set of bed sheets you never use? Those 3 extra phone covers sitting in a drawer? For most things, the honest answer is no. These items exist in your life through inertia, not intention. They are impulse buys, obligatory gifts, or leftovers from hobbies you have long moved past. And they are quietly costing you space, attention, and mental energy every single day. Minimalists remove everything that fails this test. Sell it on OLX, donate it, or discard it. The process feels uncomfortable at first, and then deeply liberating once it is done. Rule 3. Never upgrade out of boredom. This one is uncomfortable because it applies to almost all of us. There is a pattern I see constantly. People with decent incomes replacing perfectly functional things simply because a newer version exists. The phone works perfectly, but the new model has a slightly better camera. The laptop handles everything you need, but the new chip is 15% faster. The car is completely reliable, but the new model has updated styling. This is not an upgrade. This is wealth destruction disguised as progress. The average Indian replaces their phone every 2 to 3 years, often while the old one works completely fine. Apply this pattern across every category: electronics, furniture, appliances, clothing, over a lifetime, and you're looking at losses that can easily cross 50 lakhs. Minimalists follow one strict rule: replace something only when it genuinely cannot do its job. Boredom is not failure. A newer option existing is not failure. Actual breakdown is failure. Everything else is marketing convincing you to solve a problem you do not actually have. Rule 4. Create friction for spending and ease for saving. We always follow the path of least resistance, and minimalists use this to their advantage. The goal is simple: make saving easy and spending deliberately hard. For spending friction, remove your saved card details from Amazon and Flipkart. Delete shopping apps from your phone, unsubscribe from every promotional email, and follow a strict 24-hour waiting rule before any non-essential purchase. For saving ease, set up an automatic SIP on salary day before you even see the money, and treat your investment like a fixed monthly bill, not an afterthought. Here is the important truth. This is not about willpower. Willpower runs out by the end of a long day. Your environment is constant. The person who deleted the shopping apps simply cannot impulse buy in that moment. Research shows that the 24-hour rule alone eliminates roughly 70% of impulse purchases, because most desires for things fade completely by the next morning. Rule 5. Understand the EMI trap. This rule is specifically for us because the EMI culture in India has reached a genuinely dangerous level. EMI is a tool, but most people have quietly turned it into a trap. A 50,000 rupee phone feels perfectly affordable at 2,500 a month. But when you stack phone, EMI, car, EMI, furniture EMI, credit card dues, and a personal loan on top of each other, suddenly 40% of your salary is gone before you have lived a single day of the month. The result is no emergency fund, no investments, and no cushion for anything unexpected. Minimalists follow one rule on EMIs. Only 3 types are acceptable: a home loan, because it is building a real asset; an education loan, because it is an investment in future income; and a genuine medical emergency, because health simply cannot wait. Everything else? Save for it and buy it with cash. If you cannot afford to save for it, you cannot afford it. That is the honest reality. Rule 6. Measure wealth by options, not objects. This is the most important perspective shift in this entire video, so stay with me. Wealth is not what you have. Wealth is what you can choose. Can you quit a toxic job tomorrow without panicking? Can you take 2 months off for a family emergency? Can you say no to a high-paying opportunity that compromises your values? Can you retire before 60? These choices are only available to people who have built real margin between their income and their expenses. The person earning 20 lakhs and spending 19 has 0 real options. They are completely chained to their income requirement. The person earning 10 lakhs and spending 6 has extraordinary freedom. Every purchase you make is trading future options for a present object. Sometimes that trade is genuinely worth it. Most of the time, when you're honest with yourself, it is not, "Here is your action plan starting right now." This week, walk through your home with the replacement test and find 10 things you would not replace. Remove them. This month, apply the 24-hour rule to every non-essential purchase and track how many desires survive versus how many disappear by morning. And starting today, stop measuring your wealth by what you own and start measuring it by what you can choose. The financial transformation from these habits compounds powerfully over time. But here is what nobody tells you. The relationship between minimalism and money goes both ways. Owning less creates more money, but having more money also makes owning less feel completely natural. When your savings are growing and your investments are compounding, the urge to accumulate quietly fades. The psychological need that drives most of our consumption, The need for security and status gets satisfied by real financial strength, not by more things sitting in your apartment. That second apartment at the beginning of this video, it belongs to someone who understood one thing clearly. Owning less does not mean living worse, it means living deliberately. And deliberate living creates the kind of financial stability that income alone will never give you. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Finance with Shivani for more honest, practical money conversations. See you in the next one.